It's not a turning bolt, it's locked. Alright, that is the Santuari de Santa Maria. Way out here. If you did want to move to the sanctuary though, don't worry, you still get full 5G data coverage out here, as befitting a modern European country. If you want to move to Bookham or Tadworth in Surrey, sorry, it's just logistically it's just not possible to do that on places on the outskirts of the M25. It's just, sorry, you can't have your data there. Right, on down the trail. Alright, we're here at an arbitrary viewpoint I flagged this morning. I didn't know it'd be quite such a ropey drive to get up here. Well, it seems silly to have made it this far and not stay here. There are like farmhouses way out here, herding cattle and growing whatever on here. It's all gummed up, this thing, it's so annoying. Ugh. Ah! Right, I'm only giving that 4 minutes. You know the routine by now. Pasta is a little bit al dente, so I'm just going to finish it off in here. Look at that. Nice and clean. We'll add some passata. Pasta will continue absorbing that juice. When I cook rice, there's a little bit of residue at the bottom, so it's nice to cook with spaghetti and just be able to put this straight away. Done. That. Perfect. Just a little scoop. That's it. Look at that. Doesn't feel too cold this morning. Well, I'm in Sant Llorenç. That van is absolutely filled with dogs. Heading out of town into the mountains. Found the source of all the fog in the valley. I saw this morning it was being pumped from somewhere. First up, got to climb this pretty steep hill here. That's me. this one here next. Always a bit annoying when you pass a car park on a long hike. Been going for 2 hours and just driven here. Hola.
Yeah.
Hola.
Anims.
Hola.
Hola, buen día.
Yeah.
S'han posat les botes d'aigua per ajudar a l'optimisme. L'especial titulat Fem pinya, després de l'Anna, a 2:08 del vespre, al canal Super 3.
That was nice. Had a chat to the owner, chef there, and she was. I hadn't twigged that I'm in Catalonia right now. I was getting confused with that and the Basque over in the west. But obviously, right near Barcelona, so obviously, yeah, and there are the Catalan flags everywhere. So it took me a while, but it's just dawned on me. But yeah, she was saying how much she loved England, which was really nice to hear, and had a nice chat with her. Makes me feel very welcome here, and what a place. And yeah, I just stayed here again last night. Been doing a bit of video editing this morning. And I'm just going to carry on heading west now through the windy roads and the mountains, and just head to the next town along. And I am humbled by the amount of kind of municipal workers I see out fixing the road, planting shrubs in towns, clearing rocks from like cliffside road areas, and clearing the paths, taking the bins. And you know, I'm just kind of reaping all the fruits of it, so it does make me think, you know, I am very grateful for the life I live, but I don't make any contribution really. Like the church I visited yesterday, I enjoyed it, you know. Every rock there has to be broken and carried up and laid, and that's real work from real people. Same goes for all these lovely towns, kept really nice and clean, and do appreciate it. Sant, Llorenç and the surrounding mountains, certified highlight, no question. Like it's been newly installed restrictions. That would have been fun. I was hoping to overnight there. Not sure where I'm going now. But I can have a nice stop here to the sound of the cattle bells. I only bought 5 of these, just not sure what they'd be like. Tried one last night. I think it's just closed because they're doing tree clearing in this down the track. Well, the good thing about occasionally pooing outside is that you are confronted with your poo, and just noticed that there was some small white worms in it, and does explain why my butt itched so much last night. So now go to the pharmacy and get some treatment, but I always bring my tissue back to the car, just wrapped up, and it doesn't smell, and I can throw it away responsibly and not leave it in nature. Spain is not as well provisioned with toilets as France, but humans have been pooing in the field for generations, so please submit your complaints elsewhere. But you know, I drink from natural sources, I don't wash fruit and veg, so bound to pick up a few hitchhikers along the way. Alright, I've just arrived in the town of Organyà. And oh, they've got nice parking here. They do have some designated camper van parking that I'm going to just go check out. How lovely. They've got electric sockets there. Nice views. Do feel a bit self-conscious in camper van parks, just because they are for camper vans, and people are like, oh, why is he parking his car here? Little do they know. They don't know. But I need to head back into town, go to the pharmacy, because I have the itchiest butt in the whole of Catalonia. So hopefully they have what I need. It's ridiculous. It's the most expensive I've ever encountered. Wow, look at this. This is also free car parking. Now if you do get worms or something, you don't want to go to the pharmacy as they're opening up, you know, in a panic. Just give it 10-15 minutes and then just casually walk in as if it's, oh yeah, while I'm here, you know, I must get that looked at. You'd never know. Well, it turns out I'm arriving 2 minutes after they open. No one's there. Hola. You need a prescription. Bureaucracy. So, staying with me for a while. I've got a lead on a doctor. Apparently there's one here. Well, that all escalated quite quickly. I went to a doctor's office surgery and I waited for about an hour, longer than that, while they were seeing other people, and I wasn't even sure whether I'd been noticed or not, but I didn't want to kind of walk into the doctor's office. Eventually I was seen like just before closing time, but they asked if I had a European health card, which I don't have. I just had my passport, and so the kind of nurse lady was on the phone for about 10 minutes to someone, like reciting all my details to them, like my passport stuff and where I was born. And eventually I got to see the doctor and she started writing a prescription. But before that I was looking at ferries back home from like northern Spain, Santander and Bilbao, because if there's no prescription then there's no treatment, and I wouldn't have known what to do. I did apply for a European health card just before I left, but I needed 2 proofs of address, which I didn't have, so I couldn't wait. It's in motion, but I didn't want to delay my trip. But anyway, managed to get seen by a doctor, prescription, and the treatment for like €8.80, all within the same evening. So I'm just very grateful. I mean, they could have just sold it over the counter like we do in England, but and I was grateful for the fact that I can speak Spanish to a like mediocre basic level, so I could just converse with the doctor like "Cuántos días te molestas?" like how many days has it been bothering you, and like "Tu vistas?" like did you see that? I was like yeah today. So that was something. But yeah, very grateful for everything really. Yeah, I was just mentioning today that I drive past a lot of kind of municipal workers fixing the roads, planting shrubs by the roads, like farmers in the field working, people repairing stuff and emptying bins, and like feeling like humbled, but also kind of I don't contribute anything to any of that. So and then just this evening getting like really good friendly personal treatment. They were so nice as well, and yeah, so I am feeling a ashamed and like I should be contributing more to people's welfare rather than just, you know, I am the threadworm of society in many degrees. So it's definitely made me reflect this whole trip really. Grateful for all I have and all I'm able to do, but also being kind of woken up to the fact that I could be doing a bit more to give back. Well, it's a bit too late to cook a meal now, so I'm just going to have these salt and vinegar crisps that I bought from Organyà yesterday. The last meal for me and the worms. Would have been a bit embarrassing if the big winter campaign was ended by a pinworm. Not something you'd see Anthony Beaver write stories about.